Hello, it's Andy from Bill's Lighthouse, a familiar screen we have not visited for a long while, and that is because, well, today I thought we'd kick it back with something old school from the channel. We're going to do a match today, but it's a very different match. This is going to be with the release of Celestial Storm. I messaged my good friend PokeTaj. I said, let's have a battle, but let's do it in the vein of a pre-release where you build your deck at the event and then battle. So he was very gracious, and he was able to secure me a build and battle code. So that is what we're going to be opening up today. We're actually going to be opening up this one and 6. Yeah, that's right, 6 of the boosters, and then we're going to build a deck. We're going to then face off against one another. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of cards we pull, not only from the set, but then to see how we turn that into a usable deck, and hopefully one of us will win. Usually the case. So I'm going to start off by opening up the build kit. So we do get some very nice stuff already. I'm seeing. So we do get a nice stamped promo there of Kyogre. So already seeing some decent water stuff. So maybe there's my boy Bill. So we have Bill. So that's fantastic. And now we're going to go through into 6 random packs and see what we can pull. Copycat, very nice. A Reverse Solgaleo, very good. The Electro GX, fantastic. So there is sort of a vibe there we can start to build. So something I will say with kind of rules, I guess, is we're opening up the 6 packs here. Katana, very good. I did get a lot of those when I opened up some packs earlier on today, in fact. Obviously, as many energies as we like, but we have to use obviously all the cards. Oh well, all the cards that are coming from this thing. Very good. Sticks another copycat. Open another. Keeping an eye on how many I've opened. And the switch, good. And Grumpig. So I believe we've got 2 more packs to go because I had 10 when we started. Okay, very good. And click there. A Wailord. Very interesting. Oh, goodness. Okay. That's an interesting move. And so our final pack to get something out of. Gonna give it a go. Fishman. Got some nice new stuff coming in. Salamence reverse. Very nice. And a Registeel. Okay, so I'm going to go away for a little bit, and I'm going to come up with a deck, hopefully, out of these cards. I haven't opened any other cards on the game here, so what I have open now should all be what I have able to use. So let's see what I can come up with, and I'll be back obviously momentarily for you. So here we go. This is what I've come up with. It is a bit funny, but then I guess I didn't really say with other pre-release things when you do like a build a battle thing, it's usually a 40 card deck and you use 4 prizes. Obviously we can't do that on here, so we have to use all 60. So it might be a little bit more sort of spread thin than you might see at an actual pre-release event. But I'll go through what we kind of have. So to start us off really was some basic colourless Pokemon through Kecleon, Slackoff and Vigoroth. That could then obviously just fit into any deck. They've got some pretty decent moves, so if I get battered around a bit, Rage can come in. Slash is pretty much a good kind of come in and wipe the floor if I can get him up and running. Pupitar and Larvitar, again, I can kind of maybe stall him out with some Paralysing if I get lucky, but then once Pupitar's in, I can hopefully Skull Bash him if he gets any kind of lightning Pokemon up, because I know obviously Manectric is another one of the pre-release promos, so you might want to throw that in if you get some of those bits, so that can kind of maybe hopefully stomp him out. Now this one's probably one of the sort of the hidden weapon of the deck. Treecko and Growball. Now Sleep Poison is good again, be very good to try and stall him out, sort of get some of that sort of nasty damage seeping through and gone, and then Leaf Blade on Growball can hit pretty nasty again. That's if he's then got the same kind of cards that I did here in my Marsh Top line. Swampert, sorry, wrong one. But we'll come to that. So that is all the weakness of the water type. So again, this can be good if I go third, I'll go second. I can get Huntail up. Get some pretty big ones here. Would definitely hurt the Groudon if he gets anything like that. Basically, any Pokemon Dangerous Bite is going to do a big lot. So even if he gets a Koga like myself, what was that? 120? Yeah, 120. He's near enough gone. Then if Grovyle can come and sweep him away. This Koga is probably going to be a very pivotal card as well. Only for 2, I can keep sort of peppering him for 30 damage on each sort of thing. And then obviously we have the Mudkip lines that we had in our kits. Again, Power Draw is going to be very much a good one. This is a huge move as well. If we can actually get to a stage 2, it'll be very impressive. Then it's pretty much all the all the trainers we pull. So Energy Switch, Life Herb, Switch, Build Maintenance. The only one I did manage to get, which is unfortunate. Right. I'm very happy that we got enough copycats to kind of hope we get that kind of draw and rinse and repeat going. Fisherman probably could put good. Totemizer, haven't used yet, so I'm not too sure. Again, Master Roll is only really going to be good for the Swampert. I might swap it out, I don't know yet. But I think I'm just going to go with what I actually got. I'm going to go with what I got. TV Reporter. I think between TV Reporter, Bill's Maintenance, and Copycat, we're going to have enough kind of draw to hopefully keep them. We do have a lot of energies, and that's a bit worrying to sort of kind of feed out the draw, but we will see. Hasselbelt, again, it's just whatever trainers we had, because didn't really get that many cards to throw it all in, so Trico Grovyle very good, Swampert very good. Hopefully this is enough to kind of kick Taj's butt. And let's see what kind of deck he will have, because obviously we don't have no idea what either one is built up, so it's going to be very interesting to see how then obviously see and adapt to one another's game plans. I don't know. Anyway, let's jump to the fight and let's see what we can do. Fantastic, let's go! So here we go, jumping straight into the match. Taj won the coin flip, so he's going first. Been okay with the kind of draw. Got Trico, kind of what I wanted to start off with. You know, at least be able to maybe hopefully stall out a bit with its sleep and poison. You know, still racking up some damage, but still kind of keeping him to a side. So he's got a Scyther and a Baltoy. See, I could evolve into Grovyle the next turn. And seeing that Great Ball has just reminded me that I had Timer Balls in my pre-release, and I didn't pick them up. I didn't put them in my deck. That's okay, because I probably would have just... I probably would have been able to get their coin flips in my favour for that. But anyway, so let's see, it comes down. So, like I say, I could maybe go for Grovyle next turn. I do have another Trico, that's great. So I can at least start to sort of get him. The Copycat there, maybe, you know, MSplay, but I do get another one. Is at least so. Like, I probably should have waited on that one, I'll be perfectly honest. So at least, there we go. So we have a free turn with that one. So I've just got to see what he wants to do. So what can I do is maybe TV Reporter, depending on how many... Right, Belbum, okay. Because that is something actually that showed on his intro screen. Was the sort of type icons, and his were, you know, what we're seeing here: metal, fighting, grass. So okay, he's asleep still. It would be nice to keep going. So we have another Trico, water energy. So again, I could Copycat, but I may as well just get this one up. And the thing is, I'm kind of setting myself up for Copycats as well if he's got one. So we'll get rid of that Trico. I don't really need a second. Get that one on to second Trico. So that's really what I'm thinking. I should have stayed with the original one. See if I can get some double poison. So he's asleep again. So that's at least 40 damage on him right there. But yeah, I should have kept with the starting hand. Get some poison down on him. Maybe then get that Grovyle up, because I've got another Trico just in case. So what does he have? What can he do right now? I mean, Switch is in this set, so, you know, he could well get that. Right, okay, Beldram's got more energy. Single Smash 50. That would... Yep, that would kill me. If he gets out and comes in for a Single Smash, I'm dead. Okay, Technizer, which one? Okay, so he's going to go for the Shuffle Draw 5. I do like Tantalizer. I think it's a good card. Kind of what you need. Ah, see, there we go. Yeah, and of course, Taj gets the double heads, so you can have pretty much whatever he needs. Fantastic. Just my luck. Yeah, the Tantalizer just very much coming in clutch depending on the situation. You know, do you need more cards? Do you need to get out of dodge? So you probably could have used that one to get the Scyther out. Yeah, so we're looking at it again. Yeah, I suppose he could have actually used that, get the... Now, but then he probably wouldn't have had the... What is it? Oh no, he does have a switch. There we go. Never mind. So, Bullet Punch. It does 20, and it does 20 more for each flip. Again, of course, Taj gets both heads. I think I was trying to figure out at this point, because I'm doing this after. I'm trying to figure out how that did that much. So... Well, Copycat, I don't need anything. It's just worthless energy, really, at this moment. Clown Pearl up. See if we can get that Huntail back out. See if we can poison the Metang. When I'm not a Salazzle, so that ability doesn't work. There we go. Another sleep coin toss in our favour. I'm just really not getting anything. I mean... Something about putting the timer balls back into the deck doesn't mean that it would have saved it. Considering that, well, I still have to pull, draw those cards and then get the coin tosses. So he's got his Metagross out. So all right, yeah, we had the old, what is it? Poison asleep on him, but that doesn't matter anyway. We've got some 10 damage, so at least it's not a perfect, complete wash of my deck. Oh dear, I knew it wasn't going to go too well, but it has been a lot of fun. I did like doing this. I might try and do something like this in the future. What? Right, okay, so he's going to shuffle through and see what else he can get, maybe. Put it back in whichever order it says. But yeah, I'd like to do something like this again, maybe, at some point. Maybe figure out, because I'm not going to have a pre-release kit every time. This is just, through and through, just thank you so much to Taj for allowing me really to kind of get this idea set up perfectly. But yeah, I'd like to be able to do this again with maybe Taj, maybe someone else. But yeah, having a sort of like a build and battle, maybe opening so many packs and having like a core structure. Because again, like I say, we won't have that pre-release to kind of maybe hand us a few decent cards, but maybe, yeah, say it'd be all the Sun from open whatever you want from the Sun and Moon sets, and you have, I don't know, Ultra Ball, a few other cards, maybe just simple cards to allow us to kind of speed up the deck process and getting up what we need. I've completely lost what was going on. Just got Pokémon, which is a gorgeous full art. I believe Taj actually has pulled that, yeah. I think I said to him that it looks fantastic, because obviously it's one of the big lovely golden cards, but it has the... And there's Delcatty. What does Delcatty do? Search for friends. Right, okay, so you can... That's pretty ridiculous. So, I mean, if you think of... So what's just happened... Oh no, I've just dropped a lot of cards. What's just happened is that he's evolved Skitty into Delcatty, got a... And then got two supporters out to discard back into his hand. I could see Delcatty seeing some play then. And there's Trico down. Oh dear. Yeah, I could see Delcatty getting some play. I mean, you can use Power Pad to get it back into your deck. Lucamine, again, same thing, but you're then using a supporter to do that. But this gets... So we're just going to smack him for 10. I mean, that's it. That's over. But yeah, you could then maybe even... So yeah, I'll say well played. Basically, Delcatty could well be a new-ish versus Seeker. And there we go. That's me out. 120 damage. Clampell's gone. Taj wins. A pretty easy victory, I'd say. I just wasn't getting the draws, and that was the biggest problem. So let's actually have a look at his decks. Biggest attack, 10. So he had some decent stuff again. Delcatty's. Yep, he had enough Metagross to really get started. Yeah, switch. Ah, there's Bill, my boy. Oh, he's got more bills than me. That's not fair. And obviously some very shiny energies. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to Taj for just smashing me into the ground. But anyway, like I say, I've been Andy from Bill's Lighthouse. Do check out Taj's side of the battle, see what he can, his thought process, and that's what I'm going to enjoy about this, seeing how he thinks and how he kind of gauges the competition, so to speak. But anyway, I'm in the middle of my outro. I've been Andy from Bill's Lighthouse. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, take care, and I'll see you all in the next video.